Alright. Well, this is the picks video for this weekend. Of course, as always, we'll start in the Big 12. 11 a.m. on Saturday. The 20th ranked Oklahoma Sooners try to stay on their fast track to good bowls as my Sooners of OU go up to the Little Apple in Manhattan at Kansas State on Fox Sports 1. I like K-State in this matchup. At 7 o'clock that night, Kansas and Iowa State will face off on Fox Sports 1. I like ISU. And at 7 o'clock on ABC, the final Big 12 matchup of the weekend, number 4 Baylor at number 10 Oklahoma State. I like number 4 Baylor. They're outscoring a lot of people, and even with the conditions that they're in, Lake Seastrunk can still play some football. So I think that will be the deciding factor. Tuesday night, we have a couple of bowl games on 7 o'clock on Tuesday night on ESPNU. Buffalo will be at Miami of Ohio. I like Buffalo. And on ESPN2 that same night, Kent State will be at Ohio. I like Ohio in that matchup. Fast forward to Wednesday night, one game on ESPN2. Northern Illinois will be at Toledo. I like Toledo in this one. On the Thursday nighter, there's two of them. ESPN and Fox Sports 1 each have a game. Both start at 6:30. Fox Sports 1, Rice will be at UAB, Alabama Birmingham, on Fox Sports 1. I like Rice. And finally, Rutgers will be at 18th ranked Central Florida on ESPN. I don't think you can go against Central Florida. I think that they might even win the American League. And then at 8:30 on ESPNU, UNLV will be at Air Force on ESPNU at 8:30. I like UNLV. The Friday nighter is Navy at San Jose State. That game is at 8:30 on ESPN2. I like the Naval Academy. Fast forward to Saturday. Big day Saturday. At 11 a.m., Citadel will be at number 7 Clemson on ESPN3. I like Clemson. On ESPN, Michigan State will be at Northwestern. I like Michigan State. On ESPN2, Duke will be at Wake Forest. I like Wake Forest. On ESPN3, Old Dominion will be at North Carolina. I like North Carolina. Cincinnati will be at Houston on ESPN. I like Houston. Michigan will be at Iowa on the Big Ten Network. I like Michigan. Virginia will be at the Miami of Florida. I like Miami of Florida. And finally, at that 11 a.m. slot, Illinois will be at Purdue on the Big Ten Network. I like Purdue. 11:21 a.m., Mississippi State will be at Arkansas on ESPN3. I like Mississippi State. The noon games are set also. ESPN3 will have a couple of games, 4 games for you. The first one, Coastal Carolina at 11th ranked South Carolina. I like South Carolina, of course, as I said, ESPN3.com. Also on ESPN3.com, UMass will be at Central Michigan. I like Central Michigan. ESPN3 also, Bowling Green is at Eastern Michigan. I like Bowling Green. And finally, Alabama A&M is at Georgia Tech on ESPN3. I like Georgia Tech. At 1 p.m., ESPN3.com brings you 2 SEC matchups. The first that we have listed, Chattanooga of Tennessee, will be at overall number 1, Alabama. I like Alabama, the Tide, in this. Georgia Southern will be at Florida. I like Florida in this matchup. 2 o'clock on ESPN3.com, Georgia State will be at Arkansas State. I like Arkansas State. 2:30 matchups. Idaho will be at the second-ranked Florida State Seminoles on ESPNU. I like FSU. The ABC/ESPN2 regional game, one of them is Indiana, as they will be at the third-ranked Ohio State University. I like Ohio State. The mirror game is number 5 Oregon at Arizona. I like Oregon. Also, we on the CBS network, we have Texas A&M, as they'll be at LSU. I like LSU in this matchup. The Wisconsin Badgers and the Minnesota Golden Gophers, don't you know, on ESPN. I like Wisconsin. On NBC, BYU will be at Notre Dame. I like the Irish of Notre Dame in this matchup. Boston College is at Maryland on ESPN3.com. I like Maryland. Nebraska is at Penn State on the Big Ten Network. I like Nebraska. Utah is at Washington State on the Pac-12 Network. I think our old buddy Mike Leach here from the Big 12, I think he finally gets him back to a bowl. That would have to happen today, and they'll have to beat Utah to do it. And finally, Colorado State is at Utah State on CBS Network. I like Utah State. At 3 o'clock on ESPN News, flip over there and watch New Mexico at Fresno State. I like 15th ranked Fresno State. I like 15th ranked Fresno State. At 6 o'clock p.m., number 17th ranked Arizona State is at 14th ranked UCLA on Fox. I like UCLA. And on ESPN3.com, University of Louisiana Monroe is at South Alabama at 6 o'clock on ESPN3. I like ULM. SMU is at South Florida on ESPN3. I like SMU. Kentucky and Georgia will be on the ESPNU. I like Georgia. University of Connecticut is at Temple on ESPN3. I like Temple. University of Western Kentucky is at Texas State on the Longhorn Network. I like Texas State. Tulsa will be at La Tech on CBS Network. I like Louisiana Tech. Vandy will be at Tennessee on ESPN2. I like Tennessee. 6:45, we have a game between number 8 Missouri, and they'll be at 24th ranked Ole Miss on ESPN at 6:45. I like Ole Miss. Not that I don't like James Franklin. By the way, congratulations on him getting back, son of a former Sooner. I just think it's too late for Missouri, and for him at least, if they want to start him at quarterback, which apparently they do. And then finally at 9:30, Ball State is at San Diego State on CBS Network. I like Boise State is at San Diego State on CBS Network. Sorry, I like Boise State. And finally, Washington is at Oregon on ESPN2. Oregon State on ESPN2. I like Oregon State. These have been your picks for this week in college football. Everybody enjoy as college football wraps up, and as always, keep college football fresh in your mind, everybody. Thanks for watching.